Coming soon to own on
YouTube and Twitch. How Andrew got powers and went crazy. Now, this is one of the, I wouldn't say underrated, but it's a very highly talked about movie, especially now with Michael B. Jordan. I love this movie. It's Chronicles. I feel like it's an interesting take of what would happen if people got powers. And it's probably like from like indie, not indie, but the non DC, non Marvel superhero movies. This is definitely my top three. Let's get straight into it.
Okay, so the scene starts off with our main character Andrew turning on his camera, and from the very start of this movie we see that this man Andrew has a terrible life. His abusive dad's over here banging on the door trying to get him to open up. His mom's terminally ill and the only music he's allowed to download is KSI's. Damn.
Oh,
Andrew then
god
gets picked
damn.
up by his cousin Matt to go to school, and Matt's over here asking what the camera's about, and Andrew tells him like being stopped by the police, he's filming everything, ain't taking no chances. They pull up to the school, Matt hangs back to hit the dot pack and Andrew goes inside. And as he's filming around, we see that Michael B. Jordan is running for class president, and like them youth people outside every train station in London, some goat pulls up harassing him to take a leaflet trying to get him to vote for Stephen. I would have hit with a 1-2 uppercut. I'm not trying to take no leaflet.
God damn, Sam.
Leave me alone. We then see Andrew as he's sitting by himself eating lunch, filming the cheerleaders, and this is one of the reasons.
See, and now it's like, you was the nigga with the camera, now you're the weird nigga with the camera.
This is why I wish I grew up in the US. Not the sitting by yourself, but the cheerleaders. We ain't have nothing like that in the UK. Maybe
You telling me there's no cheerleaders in the UK? Like, no soccer? So you telling me soccer don't got cheerleaders? Really?
1 or 2 girls put up to the game, but that's mainly for their boyfriends. Guys couldn't even flip on the
God
Jordan
damn.
posters. There were no holes to show out for. One of the fine cheerleaders then put up on Andrew asking him not to film them because it's kind of creepy, so he goes back inside the school. And as he's walking around, the local bullies pull up, grabbing the camera, putting him in a headlock, slapping him around and kicking the camera back towards him. Did it for no reason. Guys get nothing out of this. And guys,
Super out of
if
pocket.
you're actually getting bullied in school, go to someone you trust, a friend, a teacher, or even God. He can help you through a lot of things. Anyway, school ends and Matt picks up Andrew again to go home. And on the way home, Matt tells Andrew there's a party in an abandoned building and he wants him to come with him. And Andrew's a bit skeptical at first, but Matt eventually convinces him to come. And as Andrew's sitting at home waiting for Matt to come pick him up to go to the party, his dad walks into the room, slaps him by the head and pushes.
God damn. I mean, he clocked the fuck out of his
Sitting
shit.
at home waiting for Matt to come pick him up to go to the party, his dad
Look at this. God damn.
By the head and pushes him down to the ground for not opening the door earlier because he was drunk. This is just an L father. Adam Eve's dad has competition. So Matt comes to pick up Andrew. They head over to the party, and when they get there, Matt's over here acting like Andrew's his little brother and he got forced to bring him along, telling him to go do his own thing. Gang, you invited him, he don't know none of these people like that. Anywho,
Not for real.
Andrew's walking around the party, he sees a girl with a camera and we go over to her camera perspective. And I really miss.
Nah, he wildin' though. This big ass camera.
He sees a girl
Look at her camera.
And we go over to
and look at his camera. This nigga been walking around with his big ass camera all day.
Her camera perspective, and I really mess with what they did with this movie. Every angle we see is from a different camera, whether it's CCTV, a phone, or the camera Andrew's always carrying around. The girl with the camera then runs up on Andrew asking him what he's filming for, and like them guys in the function asking where the hoes are, he instantly starts starring. Bro's about to pull out his phone and go on the weather app right in front of her. They start chopping it up and Matt pulls up trying to third party because this is the girl he actually likes. Thinking he's cool, he says the party's lame, and like them public interviews saying explain the joke, she says why is it lame? And bro decides to turn into a guru talking about some you feel like you got a 6th sense. Some would say 7th. This attempt fails badly. She walks away and Andrew continues filming the.
It's like, bro, what type of offense are we running here, man? My goddamn running back done carried us 80 yards down the field off the drives. Now my third string running back gonna come to take the touchdown from him. That's some fuck shit.
He then starts to film fine shit, dance on top of a table seductively, and her boyfriend pulls up light as hell because he's filming his goal. Maybe you should have your girlfriend dancing on top of a table.
Nah, facts. Your girl twerking on the table, you can't get mad niggas recording. It's like, damn, your bitch throwing ass, nigga.
Table seductively like that, buddy. He throws a drink at the camera and spits in Andrew's face. We then cut to Andrew outside the party crying underneath a tree like his name's Naruto. Steve pulls up on him, sees that he's crying and consoles him and tells him to bring the camera to check out something him and Matt found. They then start walking hella deep into the woods. I would have been shook. I wouldn't even know this guy. If he started talking about something know what he scream, I'm pulling out my A8 over the switch and airing out the whole place. We need the poo gonna be chilling in his crib thinking the ops outside. They then eventually put up to the spot Matt said to see a massive hole in the ground. And being the smart individuals that they are,
they went down
to go inside and check it out. And Michael B. Jordan, why were you the first one to go inside? You know what happens in these horror movies. I would have took my ass back home. They then start exploring the cave and stumble upon this blue glowing rock. The Rook then starts to mess with the camera and Andrew's over here shook. He's trying to go back home. But the Rook turns red, Steve starts to have a nosebleed, Matt gets pushed back by thin air and the camera feed cuts. And I'm assuming they all got out safely because we then fast forward to 3 weeks later as they're playing catch in Matt's backyard. Andrew then says they need to document this and Steve throws a ball at Matt, hitting him straight in
God
the face. I
damn.
don't know why they need to document that. But Matt decides to get his get back, throwing the most disgusting curve I've ever seen in my whole life. Nigga, is that even humanly possible? But now it's Andrew's turn for the ball test. Matt throws the ball and he stops it with his mind. It turns out the cave gave all three of them telekinesis powers. Now I see why them cave divers be crawling into the smallest holes.
Like, how did you even get shoes in the fit in the gas pump?
Telekinesis powers. Now I see why them cave divers be crawling into the smallest
How the hell do you even get the shoes to fit in here?
holes. I'm over here thinking they're doing it for pure love of the game. No, they're over here trying to turn into Superman. The squad then decide to go back to the hole to find out what really happened to them. But when they get there, they see that the hole is all sunken in, so there's no way in. And as they're investigating, the police pull up telling them to leave because the ground is unstable and they're taping off the whole area. So they all leave and we fast forward to Matt and Andrew hanging out by the lake. And as they're talking, Andrew randomly asks Matt if he's ever thought about doing more with their powers. And this right here is
And that was the first sign right there, man. The very first sign.
red flag number 1. He ain't say nothing about saving people. He said doing more, and I know what kind of man you are. This man Andrew
Exactly what
is a
type of man you are.
Of you and your friends getting powers. They saying they're gonna be heroes, and he's over here talking about some heroes. But Matt ignores this, and we cut over to all three of them eating lunch at school. And that boy Andrew's upgraded. He's gone from eating lunch by himself, staring at the cheerleaders, to actually having friends. Anyways, Matt then says he has a theory about their powers, saying that they're getting stronger, so their powers are like a muscle. The more they work out, the stronger it becomes, which is why they're able to lift heavier objects without having a nosebleed. The squad then decide to go have some fun with their powers, messing with people inside the shops. They over here scaring.
I love this scene where like he tried to rip the shit out of his mouth and just yank that nigga.
Matt pulls out the gum with this guy's mouth and the squad runs for no reason.
Yep.
No one has any reason to suspect them except for Michael B. Jordan. The squad then dip out to a cafe and we find out their skin is way tougher, almost making them invulnerable. But Steve over here is not paying attention. He's forming straight buns. Buddy's freaked out.
I don't know, man. He locked in on the prize.
He then decided to stand outside in the parking lot like some hoodlums. And Steve says that the gum chick was cool, but he's got something even better. He walks up to a car and starts to pull it with his mind into a different parking spot. The lady came back all confused. I could have sworn I parked it over here. She walks to her car staring straight at Steve, but there's not 2 other people with him. Like, I know he did it, but she's just making assumptions. Anyways,
not for real.
Then decide to go back home after their shenanigans, and on the way back, the guy behind them is beeping their horn like crazy for no reason. So Andrew asks Steve to hold the camera, and what he does next made me realize that this nigga is crazy. I'm over here thinking he's about to stop the engine or something, but nah, he completely pushes bro off the road down the hill. And after seeing
just murked that nigga.
Matt and Steve are in utter disbelief. They run down and see that the car has landed in a lake. They then start shouting at Andrew and he's over here telling them to calm down. And this right here is a second red flag, because what you mean calm down? Buddy's feeling no remorse for his actions.
Like, nigga just caught a body. Well, he tried to catch a body. And now it's like, bro, chill. Fuck you mean chill? Steve then jumps in the water to save the guy, and I'm just wondering why Andrew's still recording with a camera in his hand. Surely he should have left it in the car. He's probably standing there looking like... Steve eventually brings the guy out of the water. They get one to land and it turns out he's still breathing. Matt then calls the police to get this guy some help, and Andrew's over here fighting him, trying to get him to end the call. This right here is red flag number 3. I'm dishing these out like flying UDY videos. Cause what do you mean don't call the police? No proof that you did it, by the way. And you talking about don't call the police. You really want that nigga dead, bro.
Cook someone. And I'm gonna have to give another red flag not 5 seconds later. Cause the squad go to have a meeting about what just happened, trying to set some rules. And Andrew's over here talking about some, I don't understand how you guys can be so mad. This guy has to be LeBron James because he has no regard for human life. Matt then sets 3 rules. No using it on living things, no using it when you're angry, and no using it in public. We then fast forward to Matt.
3 very simple rules, by the way.
And they pull up to where Steve's at just to see that Buddy learn how to fly. He tells him it's easy. Matt tries twice and fails both times. But Andrew then goes and is instantly able to do it first try. And what this shows us is that Andrew's a prodigy with the powers. Just think of him as Azula, Matt as Zuko, and Steve as Aang. And the only reason I say this is because Andrew's more of a prodigy, Matt progressively gets better throughout the movie, and Steve's an all-rounder. We then fast forward to see the whole squad flying up in the air, having the time of their lives. And this right here is why I choose flight over any other superpower. It just looks way too lit. They're over here.
Like, flight kind of not like a basic power, but I feel like it's like one of those like bundle powers. Like it damn near just comes with it. Well, a lot of other powers.
Playing American football in the air, you cannot tell me this is not tough. Anyways, while playing catch, they start to hear a weird noise and a plane flies past, knocking Steve unconscious and the camera out of Andrew's hand. Andrew then flies down, catches Steve, flies back up and catches the camera, and then lands back down safe with both of them. Bro is really tough with the powers. Steve then stands up and is over here geeked as hell because Andrew just saved his life and was able to catch the camera at the same time. Matt then flies down and we get that iconic scene, I can fly. We then fast forward to Matt at Feinstein's house from the party. He's trying to rizz her up, and while this is going
He's still on that. I don't know how he bagged that.
we pan over to Andrew and Steve on top of a building, and they actually have a good bonding session talking about parents and their life in general. And during this conversation, Steve convinces Andrew to take part in the talent show coming up with the powers he's got. So it's now the day of the talent show and it's Andrew's turn to go up next. And he walks out, the whole crowd is booing him and he's a nervous wreck, looking like Buddy in the face before the boxing fight. Just hang it up, gang, you don't even believe in yourself. Andrew then pulls out a stack of cards, shows it to the crowd, and as he's shuffling them, Steve trips him up, but don't worry, it's all part of the trick. Andrew then gets up and uses his powers to bring the cards back to his hand, had the whole crowd in awe. For his next trick, Andrew starts juggling, leaves the balls in the air, grabs Steve's Red Bull, starts to drink it himself, and throws the balls at Steve's head, had the whole crowd laughing.
Shit.
Guys suddenly turn into comedians as soon as the host come around.
Nah, for real. I would've been looking at this nigga like this, bro. You're not gonna make me look like an ass up here, nigga.
And for his final trick, he decides to jump on a tightrope. He starts to walk in it and pretends he's about to fall, but gets back up and starts doing it easily, acting like he's a professional, and even juggling the balls on it, throwing it over his head and landing it on the back of his foot. Andrew then finishes his tricks and the whole school is loving him, enough that he actually gets invited to a party. But this is low-key where it all comes crashing down for Andrew, cause he pulls up to the party, everyone's loving him, and just wait. Buddy, what are you looking at? I caught you in the act, you cannot hide. You
Bro, chill. He just getting a quick little peek. He getting a peek of greatness, bro. He just getting a little look, bro.
see how his eyes dart down as soon as Feinstein walks past? Corey Kenshin got put in the same predicament. The pre-firing is crazy. Anyway,
Right. It's like, damn, niggas can't even get a little peek no more. Like, I know it's like, damn.
while at the party, Andrew ends up meeting her babe. They start chopping it up and even play beer pong together. And cause of his powers, he obviously wins. And after winning, she gives him his first kiss. At that boy Andrew geeked. But they decide to take it a step further and take the conversation up to the bedroom. Steve then goes to check on them, and out of nowhere, the shorty runs out with a bunch of vomit on her.
Fuck.
He runs into the room to see that Andrew vomited on her because he had way too many drinks. He's laughing, telling Andrew is cool and it happens to the best of them. But Andrew's over here mad as hell and tells Steve to get out. We then cut to Andrew lying in his room by himself, and I'm gonna have to give him another red flag because he breaks one of the rules. Andrew picks up a spider with his powers and completely rips it apart. There were so many signs that was one of the rules.
But look at it too,
Andrew
bro.
picks up a spider
Yeah,
with
this
his
is the scary
powers
part
and
about it.
rips it apart.
Nigga, he ripped it piece by piece. Oh, yeah, that's the scary
There
part.
were so many signs this guy was gonna go crazy. It's actually insane. I don't know how no one noticed. That's like putting a Snickers in someone's face and they're telling you it's a Twix. Gang, it's obviously a Snickers. I don't know where I was going with that, but hey.
Fuck it, I guess.
We didn't fast
Could have said a sheep's and wolf's clothing or some shit. Or other way, wolf and sheep's clothing.
forward to Andrew's dad snooping around his room trying to figure out why bro's been coming back smiling every day. This dad's really the definition of nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
That's some hater shit, bro.
He eventually finds the camera, brings Andrew down to the basement and starts shouting at him because he has a $500 camera while they can barely pay for his mom's treatment. His dad then says while Andrew's been out here messing about, he's been out in the streets jugging trying to get some money to send him to school. But Andrew calls him out saying that he's an idiot because he don't pay for public school. And his dad's over here talking about some
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
He throws the table out the way, moves the chair and hits Andrew with the meanest right hand slap I've seen in a minute.
God damn,
He
nigga.
throws the table out the way, moves the chair and hits Andrew with the meanest right.
God damn, nigga, get in the octagon, nigga. UFC 350. You up next, man. My boy, shit. They niggas need you. Boy, you slapping this nigga.
I've seen in a minute. Just look at the cookback. He ain't playing no games. He then grabs Andrew.
Look at the grappling. Look at the grappling. Get this nigga in the octagon immediately.
Lifting him up, but Andrew's had enough. Because he pushes him all the way to the wall, lifts him up and starts saying that he could crush him at any moment, then throws him away. And the dad's over here cooked. He's twisting and turning like he's had a bad dream. We then cut to Andrew in the sky alone trying to be all emo, and Steve pulls up on him asking what happened. And it seems that all of them are linked in some way. Because Steve says he was able to find Andrew because his nose started bleeding and he could hear his voice during his fight with his dad. And the same thing happened with Matt. Steve then peeps the bruise on Andrew's face and realizes that his dad beat him. And as he's trying to console him, Andrew says that he shouldn't act like he cared and he's never actually been his friend. And Steve's over here talking about some
I've been there for you since day one.
But Andrew gets progressively madder.
I mean, nigga, if he didn't care, why the fuck would he come up all the way up there? Nigga, he could have just let that shit slide if he didn't care.
Madder as Steve's talking to him and ends up accidentally or purposefully hitting him with lightning. And we then cut to a funeral for Steve.
Let nigga go on first, man. God damn.
I ain't gonna lie, this really surprised me. I thought bro was here for the long run.
Yeah, bro. When I first watched it, After the initial scene, bro, where they got the powers, I thought he made it. I was like, let's go. Another black character made it throughout the movie. He didn't get killed.
And after the funeral, Matt goes to talk to Andrew because he doesn't believe that the police randomly found Steve in a field struck by lightning in a storm with no recorded lightning strikes. Matt then tries to grab the camera to get Andrew to stop filming because why is bro holding this big ass camera at a funeral? But Andrew
Not for real. He OD'd, bro.
uses his powers to make it levitate and completely stops listening to Matt flying away. And from here on out, bro is basically completely deranged. Oh, that's a good vocab word right there. Yes, sir, vocab react. He pulls up to the school, sees buddy that was bullying him early in the movie and completely rips out some of his teeth. And then is over
my
in the
God.
bathroom analyzing his performance, acting like he's watching film. Yeah, I hit one of them with the lasso of truth, but the other two I ain't get so good. We then cut to him inside of a garage and he's over here speaking like he's reached enlightenment, talking about how lions don't feel sorry when they kill their food and humans don't feel sorry when they kill an insect or a spider because they're apex predators. And he thinks that since he's got these powers, he's above everyone and is now the
Alright. Yeah, you stronger than niggas, but you still human, my boy. You still human.
apex predator. I swear, guys on the call be thinking the same way. They'll hit 2 shots in a row and think they're the best on the floor.
Nigga, let me hit a game winner. You ain't telling me shit for the rest of the runs. Shit, until we just hoop the next time, nigga. Let me fuck around, hit a game winner on niggas. Let me hit a step back. Give me that 3, nigga. I'm talking my shit.
Gang, relax. A little altercation between him and Matt then happens because Matt found out what happened at the school. He pulls up to the crib shouting at Andrew. Andrew pushes him, he pushes him back, grabs him and tries to hit him with a left. But Andrew stops his punch with his powers. And after seeing this, Matt realizes there's levels to this. He can no longer compete and flies away. We then fast forward to the next day. Andrew grabs his dad's old firefighting gear, puts it on and goes outside to rob some people to pay for his mom's medicine. He first pulls up on the local hoodlums and bro decides to turn into Inuyashiki. He blasts the first guy, pushes the second guy into a car, turns the third guy into a world-class gymnast, making him do a front flip and a half, then flies in front of the last guy, pushing him back. He then Assassin's Creed loots them and dips. He then pulls up to the gas station for his second devious leg. He walks in, pushes the cashier back and makes the money fly into his bag. Andrew then walks out to leave, but like a GTA cashier, buddy pulls up with a shotgun, and as he's about to blast him, Andrew turns around, swipes a gun out of his hand and it shoots a gas canister, causing a massive explosion, knocking both them out. We then cut to Andrew inside the hospital because of their incident. His dad comes to visit him and he starts crying hysterically, and we find out that Andrew's mom passed away the night of the incident and his dad wasn't there to help her because he was out looking for Andrew. And Andrew's dad starts getting hella mad, saying it's all Andrew's fault. Bro can't take no accountability. Out here looking like a girl in one of them UDY videos. He then goes to hit his finger on Andrew's chest trying to get him to say sorry, but Andrew grabs his arm, weakening up and causes another massive explosion. We then cut over to Matt at his birthday party. His nose starts to be like crazy, then he peeps what's going on in the news and instantly knows something's up with Andrew. So him and the girl from the party earlier rush over in the car. They then pull up to the scene. Andrew flies out of the building holding his dad by his feet and drops him. So Matt has to reveal his secret, flying up, catching his dad and bringing him back down. They then hop back in the whip and drive off trying to find Andrew. And while driving, Andrew picks up the whole whip and brings him to the top of the Space Needle. He then pulls Matt out of the car and drops the car with Fine still inside. But Matt flies down, pulls out the car and lands her back down on the floor. Matt then flies back up and we see Andrew over here looking all crazy. And I'm just wondering why all these people are standing around filming.
Nigga, if I seen a floating person physically lift a car without touching it and put it on top of one of our tallest buildings in the city, I'm running out the skyscraper. This nigga finna start blowing shit up, nigga. We trying to get out of here immediately.
I get you at the top of the building, but at least try to hide. Andrew then breaks the glass and pulls out a bunch of phones and cameras to get the angles, both trying to flicker for the IG. Matt then tries to talk Andrew down, trying to get him to calm down before he actually hurts someone and make him realize that this is not him. But Andrew's over here not listening. He's talking about some
I'm an apex predator.
I don't know if bro genuinely thought that was tough. Anyways, he then hits Matt with a bus, crashing into the building and lands on a different one, all tired. Matt then pulls up, tackling him through another building, and this just starts looking like an invincible fight, causing as much collateral damage as possible. While Andrew trying to throw cars at Matt, he accidentally backs up into a street light, knocking him unconscious. See guys, that's why you always check your mirrors. Matt then tries to help Andrew. The police pull up immediately up in the post, and Matt's over here like, no. Andrew then starts to wake up, and he stands up, rising a bunch of glass, and pushes all the policemen out the way. He then tries to hit Matt with a street lamp, but he tucks and roll weaving it, and then flies away, and Andrew chases after him. They then crash back down at one of the monuments. Andrew stands up looking like a zombie from Thriller, and the police immediately open fire. But he stops all the bullets with his powers, pushes all the policemen back, and starts to go berserker mode. But he's over here screaming like he's a kid thinking he can go Super Saiyan. Matt then peeps that Andrew's rage is causing everything around him to break, almost hurting people. So he's left with no choice.
Had to put him down, bro.
He uses the spear from the statue and pushes it through Andrew's chest, eliminating him. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel bad for Matt in this movie. He lost the guy that grew to be his closest friend and had to murk his own cousin. Matt flies away.
That's really like Damn, bro, you just lost everything, bro.
from the police escaping, and the movie ends with him exploring the world for Steve and Andrew. So this is not the end of the video. You know how to come up with a nostalgic banger for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the vid. All glory to God, and I'll catch you on the next.
Amen. You know, let me know how y'all feel about that down below. I'll see y'all boys later, though.
You don't hold my soul. Get your hands up for me. Wanna rest my bones when I am free. You can't control my